Talk about real quick the UFC 200 news. We'll break down like all of the reported fights for 200 later on in the show. But Miesha Tate, Amanda Nunes, set in stone, UFC 200. What's your first initial reaction to this fight being made?
Well, I mean, I'm glad that Nunes is getting the fight. I mean, I was hoping that it wasn't going to be another rematch because that seemed to be the ongoing theme lately with UFC here. So, but I'm happy that she's getting the shot here before anybody else.
Really?
Yeah.
You think? Because I find this very interesting. When you have this setup, it's you see Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, a rematch at 170.
Yep.
McGregor taps in round 2 in their first fight.
Yep.
Holly Holm wins the bantamweight title in the biggest upset aside from maybe Matt Serra beating GSP in UFC history. Goes through a 5-round war with Miesha Tate, loses the belt, gets choked out, doesn't even tap, which was stupid but insanely awesome at the same time from a fighter confidence.
We love that stuff.
And Holm doesn't get a rematch against Tate.
Yeah, because do you want to see the same card as UFC 197 3 UFCs later?
I mean, I didn't want to see Diaz and McGregor again at 170.
No, I didn't either. But, I mean, if you're going to get that one, once I saw that happening, I was like, all right, I don't think they're going to give Holm the shot. And, two, I think they're going to finally – look, I don't think they want – look, if Holm went and got the belt back, now you're losing kind of that prestige of that belt. Rousey had it forever, made it something. Then Holm gets it. Then Tate gets it. And if Holm gets it again, you start doing that carousel type with the belt. They kind of lose. I think they want to try to. They're hoping that maybe Tate will have a successful defense. Now she builds it up a little bit. Then you can run the Holm match at possibly July for the 200, right?
Yeah, it's July for 200.
So you could still do when they look Madison Square Garden, like November.
Yeah, November I think is what they were looking at.
So you could do that.
So
Holm Tate rematch there, and then you go into the next year set up for Rousey returning.
It's funny because this was literally like they set up Holly Holm, Miesha Tate, hoping that Holly Holm would beat Miesha Tate to set up the Rousey fight.
Yep.
And now they're putting Amanda Nunes in the Tate spot, hoping that Tate does what Holm didn't and wins to set up the Rousey fight.
Yeah, I think they might be setting up a Holm rematch to set up the winner of that to fight Rousey. This is what I think. Because I don't think, from what I've heard and read and followed up, and again, it could be smoke and mirrors, they're saying Rousey will probably be ready at the end of this year, beginning of next year, which would mean if Tate Holm rematch happened at the MSG card, then that would lead November. By the beginning of next year, you'd have Rousey ready to go to fight the winner of that.
It's interesting, especially Kat Zingano's coming back into the fold. Yeah. Bantamweight's getting really interesting on the women's side.
I think it's interesting because Rousey's not seen as the indestructible force anymore.
No, everyone's coming out of the woodwork like all of a sudden, she's not unbeatable. Just like how everyone took shots at Conor McGregor after his loss.
Yeah.
Do you think Nunes deserves a title shot?
See, that I don't know if she deserves it, but when you look at everything that's been going on, who else? I mean, I guess you throw Kat in there. I mean, who do you put in that position, kind of as a filler? That she's number 4.
Yeah. I
mean, you can't throw number 10 in there and make it kind of like okay, this is what you really are. So it's a fight that's. I won't say it's winnable for Nunes. So at least you have that kind of, so it sells itself too a little bit. Although with the 200 card, you really probably don't need to sell anything. But
no,
that's beside the point. But but at least it's a fight that you may be like, okay, I want to watch this because there's some intrigue.
Oh yeah, it's a brand new matchup that we've never gotten before. Yeah. It's a fun fight. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just I don't know. Like where Holly Holm goes. I don't know if they're setting up a possible cyborg fight with Holly Holm because it's been reported that Holm turned down Cyborg in Brazil, which I don't have a problem with at all.
Nope.
Because if you want Cyborg, you want it on your terms in a big spot where you're the most likely to make the most money and do what you want. And going into UFC 198, as I talked about with Stipe Miocic and Fabricio Verdum on the FullMountMMA.com, which you can read our stuff at the Full Mount on Twitter, we went that long without pitching the website.
That's my bad. I should have started with that. Sorry.
Sorry, boss.
I did say Full Mount Live podcast, though. I got that out. I forgot to say you can hit us up on Twitter and the website.
Yeah. But it's intriguing. It's an intriguing piece of matchmaking. It's a little bit of a message to Holly Holm, I think. Like, this could have been you, but you wanted to fight right out of the gate. Mm-hmm. But I think that's fine. I have no problem with the fight.
But here's my question, because even if she didn't fight right out of the gate, she would have to be on this card. Even if she didn't fight Tate then, she'd probably be fighting Tate now.
But I think it would have been a bigger fight at 200 just because of the pomp and circumstance. Oh, you know what? Let me run that back. I think it is. It doesn't matter where it was. At 200, it could probably got lost in the card because we don't know how. We don't know the co-main event of 200 yet.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at those fights, that rundown, I mean, I don't know. You got picks everywhere right there. I mean,
it had such a big platform at 196.
Yeah.
So,
well, I would think that. I mean, we'll get into it a little bit but I think I can see which one would probably be the co-main event.
I don't think the co-main event has been named.